Have we even said hello? I don't think we have yet.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Yep.
How you doing?
Good. We already know this, but you don't know this. We have an update of things that are happening. If you watched and listened to our episode number 2, we talked about hobbies. Are they helpful? Are they stressful? If you haven't watched that one, then you can scroll back and watch it. Episode numero 2. But guess what? We've got hobbies, baby. And they have not been stressful.
No?
No. They've been great.
Talk about your hobby.
Well, my hobby?
Your hobby.
I picked up crocheting. And you know what? I'm going to just name drop. I'm blaming you, Sarah. Blaming you for this new hobby. This is one of my good friends from church. And she was like, hey, we're going to get a couple of us. And Miss Peggy's going to teach us how to crochet. And I was like, stop right there. I'm not learning how to crochet. I'm going to definitely learn how to sew because that's what I said in episode 2. I was like, I'm going to learn how to sew. This is a year.
You already had the
I found
YouTube.
my girl on YouTube. I was like starting to watch the series, all this stuff. So I said, I'll come to the play date, and I'll just come and watch. Well, good thing I just watched. I had no supplies and I learned absolutely 0 things. Because trying to focus with the 3 kids running around, I was like, no. And it's not even because the kids were running around. It was because our children, they wanted to learn too. So they were actually at the table with us. Yeah, it was really sweet. They were like, I want to learn how to crochet. And I was like, you could just go play with the other kids. And they were like, no. So I think it was that too. It's like they wanted to be in the know. So I was like, I don't know anything that she's trying to teach us right now. So
like, how can I help?
Yeah, exactly. So that was cute because they were like, what are you learning, Mom? And I was like, I don't even know. But the next day I came back and I was like, can you please take me to anywhere to buy some yarn? And ever since that second day, I've been crocheting like every day, or at least like every other day. I'm trying to do it during like quiet time or the weekends. I'm trying to do a little bit on our walks in the car. I'm trying to just do all the things. Not all the things. I'm trying to find time and all the little spaces. Yeah. To try and just get good at it and stuff. And that's been really fun because I even made a Pinterest board called Crochet.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. So I'm getting inspired.
I bet you find all sorts of good stuff on there.
Oh, so many good things. I even saw a cute little rest thing. And I was like, I'm making my husband an art and craft. And I'm going to make him a wrist rest.
A wrist rest? No way.
I'm not making you that. It's going to be way too girly for in here. But I just thought I was like, there's so many things. My thought process was endless possibilities.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah, I know. Little lampshades. So cute.
No way.
I was like, the world of crochet is vast.
I don't think we even have any lamps anymore.
Yeah, we don't. But there's so many cute things. So I am excited to report. I've got a hobby that I'm doing just for fun.
That's cool.
For now.
That's been nice to see you crochet.
Oh, yeah.
You crochet until the sun goes down.
That's my timer. So it's like when we come out from putting the kids to sleep and there's still like a good 45 minutes of some sort of like sunshine out there. I'm just crocheting until the sun goes down, and I'm like, I can't see a thing I'm doing, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done for the day.
What's going to happen when the time changes?
I will never be able to crochet again.
No more crochet.
No more crocheting. Yeah. But we do have another hobby that we've been doing as a family.
Yep.
Which has been really cool.
Yep.
What's that about?
That's puzzles.
Puzzles.
Never did puzzles as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever even owned a single puzzle.
Yeah, I don't really remember much about puzzles.
You never did puzzles?
Story of my childhood. I don't remember.
I thought you liked them because I thought you would have done them because your brother likes them.
No, I don't. I don't even know how he got into puzzles, honestly. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't really know what sparked that. But he's really good at them.
He's very good at puzzles.
My brother, yeah. And so because of my brother, our son got into them.
That's
right.
right.
He was like, I want to have a puzzle.
He's a puzzle influencer.
He's a puzzle influencer, that guy. I'm going to call him Puzzle Man.
Puzzle
PJ.
Man.
Puzzle J. Joe.
Oh, I was wondering where the J came in. I was like, it's an M.
Yeah.
I went all sorts. I thought maybe man in Spanish is J.
No.
That's mano, right?
No, that's hand.
What's man? Hold on. Hermano.
Just hombre. That's brother.
Oh, okay.
You were almost getting somewhere.
Mano or mano.
That's a sickness. Mono.
It's also your uncle.
Manu.
And monkey.
Mono.
Oh, well, see, Spanish is quite confusing.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so our son got really into them.
I can't believe there's so many things that just were almost a hand.
That's great. But he got into them. And so
Yes.
then he asked us for one. We found one at the antique store,
Yeah.
right? Was that the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we had like baby puzzles, like, a couple of pieces, like the little wooden ones and things.
Yeah.
But this was like the first, like cardboard, 100-piece puzzle we got him. And we did it as a family a few times, and now he can do it on his own. And he loves doing it. And he'll do it, he'll tear it apart and start over.
I was shocked at how fun puzzles were.
I know. But the thing is about the puzzles is I get competitive.
Yeah.
And like there'll be like chaos happening, and I'm like, I'm doing the puzzle.
You're just zoned in on the puzzle.
I'm just zoned in on the. So that could kind of just be borderline stressful.
Yeah.
But right now it's helpful.
Well, it's very much like just one more piece.
One more piece.
Just
I
one
know.
more piece.
Just get one more piece. Exactly. Yeah. Once we stop doing it together with the kids, and it's just like I'm zoned in on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, okay, the hobby's becoming stressful.
Yeah.
Not the point.
We finished the 300-piece puzzle with
We did with our friends who came over for dinner.
the worship pastor.
Yeah, and that was fun. And our worship pastor is quite
I witnessed something I've never seen before.
Never.
My entire life.
Yeah.
He
Talk
hit
about it.
every single puzzle piece.
And he was shocked that he was shocked
I'm
how
talking,
good it was.
There was like at least 30 puzzle pieces he put in
Just
there.
back to back.
Yeah.
He didn't miss a single one.
Didn't even test them.
No,
he was.
He was just like, oh, you know what? I think it's gonna be right.
Yeah. What?
We're like, how are you doing?
I'm over here like.
Yeah, we're like trying things out.
Another one.
And he's just like, I think that's the one. Of course, it's the one. It was great. I was
He was
fascinated.
silent though. That was the only words that he said. Like for 25, 30 minutes was just like, let me try this one. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And there was nothing else after.
His brain was just
the next
going.
One.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Puzzle genius.
I think he'd probably also be really good at like Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
The game. Or security, probably. Or private investigation.
Private. Oh, you know what we're taking him? An escape room.
Yeah, we're getting out of that room.
We're getting out of the room.
Yeah,
we're on team karate.
He might be banned.
A band? Because he finds out everything really fast?
No, I mean banned, like not allowed to go in.
Why? Because he finds everything really fast?
Yeah, he probably is like...
Yeah. They're like, you cracked the code too quickly. I have a lordy to share with you. And it's you know about it, actually.
Lordy, gordy.
Lordy, what he's taught me for his glory. Yeah. It's simple. The church will always have a need.
Oh, yeah.
The church will always have a need. And there will always be a place and time for me to serve or not serve. Mm-hmm. And that's very present right now in our life because we're in a particular time of the year where groups and small groups and serve teams and leadership things and whatever are starting back up for the year at church. And so I had this conversation today with our ministry assistant, and there's just been lots of emails and requests and like things that are going to be picking up at church. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm kind of feeling overwhelmed with like all the requests of like for places to serve and lead at. And she just looked at me and was like, oh my gosh, like say no.
Yeah.
Like just be clear and confident and say, no, that's too much. I'm going to focus on these areas here. She's like, how can we like lighten your load? And it was really beautiful because she actually called me. We were outside and I was like, oh, Jen's calling me. And so I picked up and, you overheard the conversation. And it was really sweet that she was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. And I just wanted to ask, like, how can I lighten your load? And so it was really beautiful to just see, okay, like, they do care. We just have to be vocal about being like, this is too much on my family. And so that was a beautiful, beautiful
nice
thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very appreciative. And that's not to say that I'm not serving at church. We are, and that's the point. It's like where would I be the most helpful, and where will I find the more joy and fulfillment in doing in the areas that I've been asked to serve in. So that's what I wrote, that the Lord is okay with my no, so that my yes can be faithful where I'm saying it, and that in those areas of church.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought about when Jesus, after he gets anointed, and the disciples are like, oh my gosh, like what a waste of this oil. Right. This could have
sold it.
Yeah. And Jesus is like, listen, you're always going to have the poor among you. So it's like, there's always going to be a need to be met. But then I thought about Esther, and I was like, okay, well, like right now I'm in this place for such a time as this one, which is stewarding my closest neighbors. So it's like my husband, my kids, the local community, my family, my local community, and like involving the church. And like, it's okay if I can't stretch out farther than that, which is human. I'm finite and I don't have endless resources and capabilities. So yeah, I'm just going to be faithful in the 2 areas I already committed to.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's a good segue into the main topic.
Exactly. That's
but
what
we
I
haven't
thought.
talked about
I know what's on the table. Yeah. I'm going to show mine. You want to show yours? Or did you eat it already?
You can't say that.
I'm going to hold mine up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hold? That's mine.
No, yours is that one.
No, I asked you for 2. Where's my other one? You ate yours already.
Yeah, you're right.
These are mine.
Man.
Exactly. I think
There's still like 10 over there.
I know.
Right over there.
What's on the table this week is these incredibly delicious.
Let me put them on the camera. See if we can just zoom in on them a little bit.
Whoa.
Hit them with the focus.
These incredible freshly milled
Looks like
flour. It's spelt. And they're made without refined sugar. So we use sucanat for basically everything, or honey or maple syrup. But in these cookies, there's sucanat sugar, which is the whole refined sugar cane. And it's great because per gram of sugar, it's less sugar than all your other sugars, just because of the refinement process, or I guess lack thereof. But they're just delicious. And this time I was like, I've already tweaked the recipe so that I can use the ingredients I want to use. So, and I should be able to post the recipe somewhere in the description box if you want to try it out. If you want to make them exactly how I make them, then you are going to need wheat berries and sucanat sugar, but everything else should be easily accessible. And I was like, I'm not tweaking this recipe. I'm going to leave it just as is because I always want to try something different. Yeah. And then you're always like, great, she's changing out the cookies again. Mm-hmm. And these are the ones. These are the ones. They're so good.
Yeah, I don't think they can get any better. You know what I like to do though? Eat them with the nuts. So I was grabbing a handful of those roasted nuts, take a bite of the cookie, and toss a couple nuts.
Oh, baby.
Dude, my goodness.
Yeah, the variation we can do with these is add, these are chocolate chips, but if we just add like pecans into them, boom.
Roasted pecans, fantastic.
Roasted pecans in these.
Even almonds and cashews. Yeah, so, sucanut sugar itself is like 4 grams of sucanut sugar is like 3 grams of sugar. And the other 1 gram is like the fiber and the protein, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's not like a 1-to-1. 3 grams of sucanut sugar is 3 grams of sugar. It's like there's 1 less gram
of sugar per serving of sucanat sugar.
Per serving, yeah. I think the serving's 4 grams, which contains 3 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Interesting. So,
and just amount of sugar in recipe overall, and they're still quite sweet.
Yeah, totally. The like a bakery cookie, like the Starbucks cookie, is 31 grams of sugar. It's almost as much as a can of soda. I think a soda is like 45, 50. And those are 6 grams?
6 grams of sugar.
6 grams of sugar.
So good.
And they're good size.
They're pretty big.
I would say it's pretty much as big as a regular Starbucks cookie is.
That's what I'm saying.
I never really got cookies at Starbucks, though. But I did get a lot of cookies at Whole Foods because I used to work there.
Those had a lot of sugar in them, too, when I looked it up.
Yeah. It was like 20 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I would just eat that cookie dough when I was working there.
That's terrible.
The frozen dough?
Yeah, you could eat like 3 of these.
Yeah.
Versus 1 of those. I'll take 3 of these.
Yeah, those cookies are fantastic.
So yummy.
Soft, chewy,
yeah,
but crispy. Chewy but crispy, and we got to eat them because they're gonna get dry. So I'm planning on eating 4 or 5 after this. And then what else we had? Ice cream. Another.
Yeah, that's another update. Sugar. We just mentioned that we got an ice cream maker.
Yeah.
In the last episode, right?
Yeah.
We hadn't used it yet. Well, we used it, and it made us delicious ice cream. It was a little bit icy. We have to tweak the recipe that we tried. But I made cookies because we wanted to crumble up these cookies and put them in there while it was churning.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're excited. So those are our 2 what's on the table. Dessert and dessert, baby.
Yeah.
No meal inspo for you today. Just straight up dessert.
Just
but homemade, wholesome, unrefined sugar-free desserts.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to try next on the ice cream is going to try double eggs. Extra egg in there. Maybe make it a little more creamy. So to your point about not having enough time to do all the things, to serve all the needs that there are in church and realizing that segues into the main topic that we want to talk about today, which is you can't be friends with everybody.
Yeah. And not even just friends, but besties. You know, it's unrealistic to assume that you're going to be able to do life because it's always going to be costly to serve the people that you are around. So if there's just too many things, too many people that you're trying to serve and allow them to serve you, and that that includes sacrifice and cost, then you might not be able to be super faithful with that because there's just too much going around. So instead of trying to be besties with everybody around you, acknowledging the people that are going to be in that circle during that particular time of your life and being faithful to serve and be in those people's lives. And I think that can change throughout your life. So we want to dive a little bit more into that.
Let's start with reading a little bit of the truth.
Yeah, let's read some scripture. I have a few that I wanted to bring up. I know you want to read John 15.
Yep. John 15, verse 12 says, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing, but I have called you friends. For all that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give to you. These are the things that I command you, so that you will love one another." It's always hard to just kind of stop reading the Bible.
I know. You're like, I just got to keep going. Everything's truthful.
Yeah, it's like, where do you stop? This feels like disrespectful. Like, oh yeah, that's it. But yeah, so Jesus is talking to the disciples after the Last Supper and essentially saying like those 12 are his friends, and he's like poured into them and taught them everything and showed them everything that he can. But also a broader application of Christians in general who believe and follow what Jesus is teaching are also called to be his friends. But I think driving home the point that like true friends, best friends, are people that you're going to need to share and pour into and serve and spend the time with to get close to. Mm-hmm. And you just can't do that with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, even Jesus spent time with the 12. Mm-hmm. And even from those 12, he even had a closer knit circle.
Inner circle.
Right, yeah.
And it's not that he never like was friendly with other people.
Right, right.
Sure.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So you could still, you can still be friendly. You can still help other people. Mm-hmm. You can still talk to, you can still listen, you can still serve other people. But those people who are your closest deserve and need and have earned the majority of your time and your focus.
For the time that they're in your life for at that moment. Yeah, I want to read Proverbs 17:17. It says, "A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need." Proverbs 27:9 says, "The heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume and incense." Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed." 1 Peter 4:8 says, "Most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins." And finally, I have Proverbs 18:24. "There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother." Mm-hmm. And so I thought these were all really good scriptural examples of what even a good friend is and what a friend is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And so in the world of just being in the word of the assumption that we're super connected to everybody because of social media and like weird parasocial relationships, I think it's important to kind of come back to reality and go, actually, no, I don't know as many people as my brain thinks it does because of the apparent parasocial relationships that we have because of the internet. So I think it's really important to just remember, like, there are parameters to what a good friend is, and that includes constant communication and just involvement in each other's daily, weekly, monthly lives for that to happen. I wrote down a few things about what a friend should do, or like who a friend is based on these passages. So I wrote it in a little list. 5 things. What do friends do? They support.
You got 5 action points.
They encourage. They sharpen, so they help you grow. They are faithful. They love, and they sacrifice. Mm-hmm. So those are, if you're looking for a friend, that's your checklist.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've got enough friends, best friends?
That's always such a hard question to answer for me because for a lot of years I've said no. I don't really know how to answer that. I don't think I currently do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's just because my definition of a best friend has shifted. And so maybe I don't have the typical, what I would consider a best friend in high school, which is like that constant communication and like the constant like interaction all the time. And that's just, if that's still my definition, then I don't have one, because that's just unrealistic.
Yeah.
I
think that's a definition for a time.
For a time, yeah. So I think my definition has to grow up with me. And if I change my definition to a best friend being somebody who does those things, who supports, encourages, is faithful, sharpens, and sacrifices, then actually, yeah, I do have best friends.
I was thinking too, yeah, when you were saying that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm so grateful for that. There are a handful of girls that we do a Bible study together, and those girls kind of have been the answer to the prayer of having really good friends, really good girlfriends. And when I was praying for them, I don't think that it's like we all became best friends, but I don't even think that that's really necessary right now in my life, like in the sense of like, we're always chatting on the phone and we're hanging out all the time. Like, I think my definition just has to kind of grow up to be more of like what's realistic in this season. So I don't know, like, do I call them best friends, or are they just really, really good girlfriends? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's kind of hard for me to...
Because, a best friend kind of does have to, I feel like, kind of meet like a time criteria.
Yeah.
There's like a time aspect to a best friend.
Right.
Because you can have really, really good friends, but it's like, do they know all the stuff from the past? Because you probably haven't been able to spend enough time with them to be able to share all of those things yet. So you can be like working towards best friends status, but I feel like there's a big chunk of that equation that's like just a time factor. You know
what I think it is? I think as you're saying that, it kind of just hit me. It's like, I have, over the past 3 years, I've made deep relationships with women, but there's not a lot of history.
Right.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm really close to a handful of women right now in my life.
Do all the things that a best friend would do.
Do all the things a bestie would do. But like, there's just not a lot of history, because like, I just met you. But like, what I'm struggling with. And like what I'm asking the Lord for. What like it, like that's so interesting to have all of that, but not all this history attached to it. To be like, that's my bestie. Like, we've gone through so much together. And it's like, we haven't gone through a lot together, but what we've gone through together is super deep. So like, does that outweigh the time, the lack of time for the sake of time? Because there are also friends that I've been friends for years, decades, but don't know exactly at this time in my life, like what's really in it, like what's really going on in life, Yeah.
I think you always have to tell the person. It has to be a mutual thing.
It has to be a mutual thing for sure.
Yeah.
I've definitely told one girlfriend, like, you are like one of my besties. Like, we're pretty close, right? I'm like, are you like, am I close to you, or are you just like my person, So there's also that too. It has to be like a mutual conversation.
Can a best friend be a family member?
Oh yeah. Because that person could probably meet a depth in time, depth of conversation and intimacy and supporting, sacrificing, like all those things. And then also you have this like history attached, right? Because we are finite and we have limited capacity and resources, what do you think it looks like to have too many friends that you're trying to do those 5 things with? Support, encourage, be faithful, sacrifice, like be there all the,
I think if you've got too many friends that you're trying to do all that with, then you're not doing all that for all of them.
Yeah, totally.
And so you probably just will naturally filter itself out to having the different tiers of friends.
Yeah.
So you've got like your acquaintances, people that you're friendly with. Then you've got friends who just you talk to more often. Maybe you're in text chats with them.
Yeah.
But then you've got your best friends who you're like have long group chats with. Yeah. But yeah, if you're trying to be friends with everybody, you end up being friends with nobody. Because it requires to have the close, deep relationships.
Yeah.
It's like prayer. It's like you can't draw near to God without praying, because prayer is conversation and it's time and it's vulnerability, and you can't have a great relationship with your wife if you guys don't talk. It's like one of the main factors.
You got to talk to each other.
Yeah. which is why we have this.
Here we are, investing in our marriage.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I think by nature, I think that would kind of just filter itself out, you know?
I think
and
so
you'd go
too.
from, you know, trying to be friends with 10 people to still communicating with 5 to like deeper communicating with 3.
Yeah. So because we are still called to serve our acquaintances even.
Mm-hmm.
So what in your perspective, what does that look like? Because we are still we still have to love
Mm-hmm.
our acquaintances and serve them well.
Yeah.
So what does that look like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what Jesus did too. Like he was serving all these other people, but still had his close 12.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, it's not that just because somebody's not your friend, or even if they're outside of the friend category, a stranger or somebody that you said hi to a couple times that may need your help.
Yeah.
You know, and down to the friend level.
Yeah.
We are still supposed to be the light of the world. We're still supposed to be salt. We're still supposed to act and be the hands and feet of Jesus. And so we still do need to be friendly, help people when they need to, be an ear to listen to, a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can't do that at the detriment of your family and at the detriment of your best friends. Because if you're always trying to help and serve like everybody,
Yeah.
then
You won't be there
you
for
won't be there for your family, for your spouse, for your real friends when they need it. Maybe you won't have the finances to be able to pay for your house, you know, in extreme cases, because you're just trying to give everybody else and you're making unwise decisions. So essentially it's kind of like the Bible, where we need to kind of let it interpret itself, read the whole thing, and not just take, you know, a single verse that may say something when there's other verses that kind of paint a bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you need to zoom out a bit to be able to see. And it's a fine line to walk, because it's like we're supposed to help the poor, but it's like, do you help every single poor person?
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point that is going to take your money away from doing the things that you need to do for your family. 1 Timothy 5 is talking about providing for your household.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so if you're always, you know, doing everything for everybody else at the detriment of your family, 1 Timothy 5 says, but if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, then he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So, you know, there's levels.
Okay, I have my own tiers of friends.
Mm-hmm.
My first tier is the boomerang. Okay, these are the
We've got a brand for him.
Oh yeah, these are the long timers, right? These are the friends that you have the time with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The boomerang crowd, this is like your long standing friendships. You have like the history with them, but you don't necessarily have the depth currently because you're moved away, you're in different seasons of life, like that kind of stuff. But when you're able to get together, it's like no time has passed.
Right.
You have like those I'm calling
those
them
are good friends.
Those are good friends. Those are the good friends. You catch up, you like reminisce on like what you used to do together, and you can always talk about something, right?
Yeah.
So those are your boomerang friends.
They're good friends because they're not like, they don't feel bad and they don't blame you that it's like you haven't reached out.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just the long timers. They're always there, right? Then we've got the local weekly circle. Okay, this is like the people that you interact with at church, at homeschool co-ops, at the coffee shop that you go to every Thursday.
The locals.
Okay, these are the people that
maybe a good neighbor down the road that you see.
Neighbor down the road, exactly.
Every couple days.
The neighbor that you exchange garden things with, right? They know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's going on. These are the ones that like you're texting these people at like 7:45 a.m. Hey, my kids are up. Yours are probably up. You want to go meet up at the coffee shop. You want to go to Sky Zone this morning. You know what I mean?
I want to.
And I think I'm emphasizing this group the most because that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like these are like the people I'm hanging out with the most right now. And then we've got like the neighborhood peeps. Okay, so these are the ones that they don't know too much about what's going on, but they know that they can count on you for something. And so we're still able to like biblically like serve them, say what's up, be
the
kind.
Neighbor that you don't really talk to every few days.
Exactly. Yeah. But they're there. You talk to them monthly, a few times a year.
Say hi, hello, how you doing?
You bring them a meal over sometimes if you see something's going on. You share holiday treats with them, you know? So that's my tiers of friendship. Like the first and the last are kind of like on the outer skirts of that. but we're still called to invest in those friendships to a certain extent. But it's like, it's this middle tier that I think I want to focus on, because it's hard to be besties with the boomerang crowd and like the neighborhood peeps. I think that the besties and the people that you are encouraging and helping to grow, convicting, we didn't even talk about that one, but I guess that's like sharpening each other out. Like those things are happening
with those people.
Yeah, with the local weekly crowd. Even if you don't have this constant communication of like day to day hanging out, talking on the phone all day like that, I think it's like this grown up version of a mature friendship in your 30s.
Yeah. How? Because you got a good group of those people.
Yes.
How did you get that?
Going to church.
What thought you were gonna say? Amazon.
Where you get one of those? What is that she says?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Where you get that at?
Where you get that at? Church.
Yeah.
You get it at church. Okay, that's where you go. That's where you are. That's where I'm putting myself out, and I'm saying, "Hi, my name is Kat. Do you want to be friends?"
Yeah.
And also because you're seeing each other in the things that you're both walking in. Right. So like a mom group, you share interests because you both serve in the kids ministry. You both serve in worship team. You both serve on the first like you have these common interests, so you're gonna be able to talk, and you see each other weekly to start, and then you kind of start seeing each other outside of that, and then you have these weekly core people a couple times a week, maybe, you know, and then you don't talk for a week, and you're like, it's been forever. I saw you last Sunday. Like, how you been? You know.
Then they start to get in the group chat.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you end up with this in like 5 group chats with like the same people, with like a variance of like 1 or 2 other members. It's very interesting how that happens. I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Yeah. So I think you gotta be willing to, like, I think part of it too is you gotta be willing to accept the invite to things when they get tossed out. Totally. Because when we moved here and we didn't really know many people and was looking for a church and found a church, because where else are you gonna meet people?
Where else are you gonna meet? Exactly.
You know, you gotta be going to do something like regularly. Yeah. I guess it could be like a sporting thing if you go play. People play pickleball. Yeah. You go play pickleball like every couple days.
It's like where you're gathering on a routinely basis. Yeah.
But the type of people that go to places are like the type of people that are there. Exactly. So it's like, if you want to make friends with a type of people, you got to go where those type of people are going. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, in a dark sense, if you want to stop hanging out with people that are drinking or doing illicit things,
having unwholesome talk,
then don't go to the places where those people are gonna be mingling, because those are the types of people that are gonna be there. Yeah. So when we first started going to our church,
that's not to say you cannot be around those people, right? For the sake of being that encouraging person to that person. But we're talking about being besties with somebody. So just keep that in context.
Trying to find friends.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not going there to minister.
Yeah. But don't hear us saying, you can't be friends with people who don't do the things you like. That's not what we're saying. Yeah. So just for...
Sure. Good nuance.
Yeah.
You're the nuance of this podcast.
I try to be, because sometimes...
I'm the blunt.
No, I think I'm the blunt one too, but I think it's just sometimes, because we're talking to each other, so like I know the context that you're getting at. Yeah. But if someone who doesn't know us right now, the people who are listening to this, they know us personally, so they probably understand without us throwing out extra context what we mean or like our heart behind it. But if for whatever reason someone who doesn't know us is finding this, they're like, oh, man, like those two are out of touch. You know, it's like, okay, we'll throw out a little nuance in there. Yeah. Just in case you don't know us personally.
I know. I'm glad you did do it, and I'm glad you do it, and I should probably try to do it more, but I'm also just kind of over it. I just don't want to even waste my time trying to nuance stuff, because everything is nuanced.
I know. That's true. Like, come at it understanding that.
Yeah, just like relax, you know?
Yeah. You can't hash out every single piece of context to a conversation in under an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like have some reasonability.
Yeah. Use some critical thinking when we're
benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt for the folks.
So when we first started going to our church, like we wanted to meet people. Yeah. Like we're actively trying to. And so the first initial times that like people We're like, hey, you want to come to breakfast? Or
We
like,
said yes.
yeah, hey, do you want to come over to the birthday party? Or do you want to come to a grill out that we're doing?
Yeah.
We said yes.
We said yes. Knowing
Which is hard to do.
It's hard to do, but also just knowing that there would be a cost to that. And the cost to that being
$50 for breakfast.
Yeah, like doing something that we wouldn't normally do, like eating out. Like, okay, like we're gonna set aside the fact that we'd rather cook at home and set that aside for the sake of fellowship. And like we're gonna do, you know, like kind of, or throw off the routine for the kids for the sake of investing in a friendship, you know? And that's hard to do because you kind of get stuck in the flow of how your daily life and rhythm goes. So to deviate from that sometimes that's hard. It takes sacrifice. Like your brain likes to be in a rut of like, this happens, then this, then that, then this. So when you take your brain and go somewhere else, like that can just be a little shaky.
Yep.
Shaky to your system.
Yep.
You know? But it's good, and that's it. Also to drive home the point that when somebody extends service for you or like wanting to be there for you, to also say yes to those things. You know, like there have been a handful of times where like you will offer help to a friend and they won't take it because we have so much on our plate or we have our own things going on too. And it's like, just take it. You know, it's like you're robbing me of being blessed by you not taking the blessing. Like, let me bless you because it blesses me in return. As we're like, it's a double thing, you know? So it's like,
what I think it does is it steals the opportunity to deepen the relationship. Also.
Yeah, that's true too. Or to add to that history pile, you know? So, because the truth is, everybody has stuff going on. Everybody has so much on their plate. Everybody has things that they could be doing. But that's quite literally the point. Like Jesus still, like we have to serve each other, and that's costly. It's gonna cost you, you know, putting your kids to bed at a reasonable time. It's gonna cost you extra dollars on your grocery bill. It's gonna cost you some gas. It's gonna cost you your baby crying in the car while you drop off a meal. It's gonna cost you rushing between, you know, getting home at a certain time so that someone else can do something like that was meant to do. Like it costs to sacrifice and to serve, but that's literally the point. And so to bring it back to when there's so many people that you're trying to do that for, then you might miss the opportunities for the people that are in your season that you really could be of a blessing to if you're trying to do all of that for a whole bunch of people all at once. Because we're not God. We don't have infinite resources and capacity to be there. But he has given us, if you think about in your life right now, who the people are that are in your life at a consistent rate that you're like, you know what? I could be doing more for that person. Like, think about it. There's probably like 3 or 4 people that come to mind that you're like, oh yeah, like they need me more than I'm like there for them, and vice versa. So like be a faithful steward of those few people that God's put in your sphere of influence.
Yeah, that's,
you know?
good.
And this kind of reminds me of just, maybe this fits in here, maybe it doesn't, but just we have talked about when I was really trying to make it as a blogger, and you were helping me so much.
We're going back.
Yeah, and you were helping me so much to like do all the right things, right? To grow on Instagram and grow on YouTube and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like technically by the book, I should have made it. Right? Like I was attending all the blogging events.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of
everything.
traveling. We were doing everything.
Yeah.
And the Lord was like, no, I didn't call you to thousands and thousands and millions of millions. So over the years, as I've made these deep relationships that don't have history to them yet, but have depth, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I can see it's like I don't have the capacity to steward thousands and millions of people. But the more you equip me, you will give me capacity for the faithful few that you've surrounded me with. And I think there really is something to that, because so many people, there's so many of us who now are like, we want to reach thousands and thousands and hundreds and millions of people. But do you even have the calling to steward thousands and millions of people? Like, are you being faithful with the few that God has right in front of you? Because if you're not, then why are you asking the Lord for millions of people to steward? That's a lot. So like, that's heavy to carry. So I think there's also I think I feel passionate about this friendship and besties thing. Just having that background of being like, man, like I tried all the right things by the world for success in a particular career, and it didn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just the Lord and his sovereignty being like, nope, didn't call you to that.
Yeah. I want to ask you, why do you even need best friends or close friends? Like if you have a family.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Ecclesiastes 4:9 says it really good. 2 people are better off than one, so they can help each other succeed. That's my answer. I think it's simple.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that you can't be everything for one person.
Okay, I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. So like.
Okay, flesh that out. I agree.
Yeah. So just in general, just for that example, like you can't be the person that I tell. We were talking about the venting
when we were
episode,
venting. Yeah.
Right? Like some people my friends may understand a certain thing in a different way than you will understand it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because you can't be everything for everybody. And so when you have friends, you can have people to just fit your needs in a full way.
Yeah.
You know? And I also think it's helpful to have friends when you have kids, because I think it's helpful for your kids to see modeled relationships and what good relationships look like versus bad relationships.
Yeah.
Or no relationship at all. Which is why I think it's important to hang out with friends with kids. Like with your kids. Hang out with your friends with your kids. And have them hear you have conversations with your friends. Because I think it helps them to see what healthy relationships look like, and to see like somebody helping you through something, help watching you, be vulnerable with somebody and have them share stuff and help you through it, so that they know what to look for. And also so that they get really the whole thing is just so they get a real example of what real life is actually like, and not like a bubbled version of the world, because they never saw dad talking with his friend, another guy, about something that was tough and having them help him through it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's good. Now that I understand what your question is, I think I can say my answer this way, and
no, we can't go back. You
can't go back.
You gave me your answer.
I get one try. I think I can answer it this way, and it's that we serve a God who is a triune God, and he's communal in himself, right? And so, but in himself, he has everything he needs, but we don't. So to your point, like, I can't be everything to you, and you can't be everything for me. So he's given us the gift of community and friendships to be able to have these different avenues to display his character, and to be able to like have those things within friendship groups for the reasons that you're saying, because we can't be everything to everybody.
Well, I can say one thing I'm most grateful for.
My friendship with you. Wow.
Not a friendship, honey. A best friendship.
Best friendship. This ship is sailing bestie in the direction of bestie.
That was pretty good.
I was trying to take it like in a directional thing, but it didn't go that way. Anyway. But yeah, if you take anything from this episode, is look at all the contacts in your phone. Delete the people you haven't talked to in 2 years.
And then go make some cookies and ice cream.
And share them with your neighbor. So you can't be best friends with everybody. But you can have deep, meaningful relationships with a handful of people. Yeah. And be faithful to those. For sure.
Good episode. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for chatting with me about it. Appreciate it. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.